I was married to Rachel for 6 years. On the surface, we had a stable relationship, normal ups and downs, but I always believed in our bond. I work in IT, so I'm often away for training and support trips, but I never imagined that those absences would open a door for betrayal. Last year, things started feeling off. Rachel became distant. She began dressing differently, going out more often, and guarded her phone like a state secret. Our intimacy tanked. Whenever I questioned her answers were vague, dodgy. Something wasn't right. I decided to trust my instincts. Using my technical skills, I mirrored her iPhone to my iPad. What I found shattered everything. Dozens of deleted texts and emails to multiple men, flirty, explicit, and full of plans. She had been meeting them at our own home while I was away. Some messages even included photos I never imagined she'd share with anyone, let alone strangers. But I didn't confront her yet. I needed solid proof, something undeniable. So I installed 2 discrete IP cameras, one in the living room, the other in our bedroom, all connected to a hidden storage drive. On my next business trip, I let the cameras roll. What I captured was worse than I'd imagined. Not just one guy, multiple. Different nights, different men. One of them, a married deacon at our church. Another, also married. She entertained him like a woman I barely recognized, doing things in bed she'd never done with me. I played it cool, stayed close to her, volunteered for errands, acted normal. Then I staged a fake work trip to Phoenix, booked a room at a nearby hotel, and returned home just before her latest date. I walked in to find her prepping for him. Makeup done, music on. She froze. I showed her everything, the videos, the messages. She collapsed in tears, begged me to stay, promised to change. I agreed to counseling, but with conditions: full honesty, complete transparency, and no contact with any of the men. She reluctantly agreed. Behind the scenes, I contacted her affair partners, showed them clips, made it clear: block her or I'd inform their families and employers. Most complied. For a year, things seemed to improve. But I never told Rachel that I'd kept my digital connection to her phone. That's how I caught her again, sending nudes, planning meetups, falling into old patterns. I set another fake trip, parked in a rental car, down the street, and waited. As soon as I saw the man enter our home, I stormed in, phone recording. The scene was chaos. She was crying. He was scrambling. I told her it was over. No more second chances. I gave her 48 hours to tell her family and friends the truth, or I would. She didn't believe me until I followed through. I tracked down her newest affair partner's wife and sent everything: texts, videos, screenshots. He was kicked out of his house the same day and later arrested after an altercation. I compiled a Dropbox folder of everything: messages, Snapchats, the video footage, and Rachel's own handwritten timeline of the men she'd been with, 6 in total. I sent the link to friends, family, and her church community. No more hiding. The fallout was nuclear. The deacon resigned. Her church committee kicked her out. 3 of the men were served divorce papers. Even her best friend split with her husband after I revealed she'd been covering for Rachel. Rachel? She's either staying with her sister or back at her parents'. She's called me repeatedly, begging for forgiveness. I blocked her on everything. A few people said I went too far, but most, they supported me. After all, how else do you respond when someone you trusted burns down the life you built together? Now, my lawyer is handling the divorce. I'm focused on moving forward, not as a man who was cheated on, but as a man who refused to be deceived again.